Friday, February 6th, 0809 a.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. We're here at the last trading day of the week. We have a situation that has not been finished. So pending event, Friday, February 13th, Congress, another short-term CR has to pass, or another federal agency will be impacted. They didn't do the whole CR. Yeah, so again, that's a situation going forward, and that's a big concern to budget federal agencies. We're going to look at the U.S. dollar index top down. Top down means multiple time frames. It's one of my go-to financial instruments I use for day trading currencies. If you're not situation aware, Japan also has an election coming up, and that will have a big impact on their currency. And if you don't know by now, the U.S. dollar index, one of the top three currencies, is Japanese yen. Japanese yen, rough estimate, represents maybe around 14% of the US dollar index. So there's a correlation there in the trade opportunities. They both have stock ETFs and options, as well as certainly on the futures. Looking here at 20-year chart, monthly candles, US dollar index. We're below the highs of 2022. See this yellow horizontal line? Yep. Below the highs of last year. The dollar is in a decline. Current month, inside candle, small trading range. And last month, the month of January, broke the low of last year. That's charting, identifying the higher time frame, the monthly, the trend is down. The trend is bearish. There are opportunities to trade both directions on the lower time frames. But the fact is, the higher time frame is bearish. Let's go to the weekly candle. Again, today, the weekly candle will be completed. Last week formed a bullish pin bar, and I shared the trade idea. If we break above that, I'm taking bullish positions, potential target midpoint, that big red candle. Nice. It's working out very well. That's for swing trades. So this candle, like I said, it's going to be done the close of today. Right now, the current trend on the weekly is higher highs, higher lows. Big impulse move down on that red candle. Extremely bearish candle. It makes sense for a natural retracement. We'll see if it goes in here and how it reacts. That might be a turning point. US dollar daily chart. So similar on the daily chart, we also have that huge red candle, big bearish body, midpoint I labeled, and yesterday we tested it, went in there, closed inside of it, and the current candle for today, inside candle. For me, that's a big alert because the location, the zone it's in, is a key level that might be a halfway point or a potential reversal. Good money management, take profits. If you have profits, take some profits, take all profits. You work hard for them. Why would you want to give them away? Why would you want to lose them? Yeah. So my bullish trades, swing trades, because I trade futures, options, and equity, I have opportunities, different hours to get in and out of positions or to reload. Well, down here is an imbalance area. So if I was trading bearish, if I decide to trade bearish, potential target down here, as well as a potential place to look for reloading. I don't have an entry signal yet, but money management certainly has given me confidence to be disciplined and take action, take profits. This is the stock ETF, the bullish stock ETF, the US dollar, UUP. Again, trades regular hours on the stock exchange. First, the futures are already open. Now we're looking on the 4-hour chart of the US dollar index. See this red zone? That's a key level. We had a consolidation, impulse move down, big bearish candle. Yep, that's my concern. We'll see if we're going to have a run up in there. Again, you see here, staircase pattern, lower low, impulse move down, consolidation, impulse move down. We're here to the inverse. But the higher time frames I showed you on the daily and weekly had those big red candles. So again, more likely, might see the trigger, a single for trades here. So this is nice. Look at this. Consolidation, breakout yesterday, pre-market, consolidation. So again, staircase pattern, higher high. But the momentum, what I'm interpreting is weaker as it's gone up here. Yep. Again, had this big trend right here. Consolidation. Well, this might be the pump up and the distribution. Time will tell. Or, and again, this is a trend, consolidation. This might be another leg up. That's why I'm using caution, because we're so far overextended. Extend these out now. These are key levels I have marked down the bottom. So you can see how this went yesterday. Massive consolidation, not much of a trending here. And then from that high of yesterday, we're in here. Some big concerns. I want to label this on the 4-hour. Just some key levels if we get tested. If we go to these key levels, see how they react. So here, since this is the 4-hour, if we retest these prices I'm labeling, I would look at the 4-hour as well as the lower time frames for candlestick charting for trade signals. So here, like I said, was a consolidation. And then we had this breakout that made higher highs and consolidation. So I want to label it, and we have some retests here. I'll label it like this. Double check that. Perfection. So see, staircase pattern. Well, we'll wait till the end of the day to update this. But I do, because it did make a new staircase pattern. And the floor of it is here. I want to label this again. Doing this on the 4-hour. If we get a retest here, key price level I'm interpreting, and maybe a trade out there off of that. Show you this example. If we test this, we might continue trending down to a certain point, and that's where the reversal may come. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to occur at those exact price levels. Because you see this, we had that breakout, reverse, and then this green candle went deeper below that red candle and also below that breakout. And then the buyers stepped in here, which, again, you see these little wicks, nice consolidation. So in reverse, or the opposing of this, we may go down here, may never even test this. This area has been buyers. Look, we had this big impulse move up, consolidation, 2 inside candles, breakout. So again, key levels were here. A lot of institutions, maybe some individual traders, were accumulating here, buying here. This range may be where it comes to and not go all the way down, because maybe some buyers step in early. So again, I'm situational aware of that. Doesn't necessarily have to go to these areas. So as it gets closer to those areas, one could set a price alert, be alerted when it's getting in there, because that reversal may come before. Let's take it to the 4-hour. Here we are on the 4-hour. Sorry. Here we are on the 1-hour. I want to update this. And let's lower this one. 607. There we go. So this minor consolidation down here, big impulse move up on that green candle. That was yesterday. And that big impulse move up came after this little green candle where we had here a consolidation. We actually had a wedge. So my thought was yesterday, label this zone, look for a retest here, bullish entry. And look what happened. Two of these 1 hour candles tested the zone, broke below it, and then the reverse came. I just gave you an example on the 4 hour. So that was a sweet idea for bullish day trades and ride them how high I can get them. Well, took the entry in this area, but managed it on the lower time frame. You might want to use a 15-minute, 5-minute or something. But that setup was here on the 1 hour. So that was the example I gave you on that 4 hour. Again, on the 4 hour here, look at the 4 hour chart. If it comes here, I'll be looking for the single on the lower time frame as well too. Nice. Let's look here now too on the back to the 1 hour. So this was already tested right there. Consolidation, strong moves down. Again, rejection. Look, nice retracement and rejection. A lot of rejection up here. Leaning more bearish bias this morning. And this was the overnight low here. Buyer stepped in there, which is interesting, like a little dodging. Nice reversal. 30-minute chart. Not so much interest in that for the futures. And the 15-minute chart. Do some house maintenance here. This is pre-market. I do this on my pre-market. So this is daily routine of the financial instruments I'm trading. Even if I was doing it with equity or any financial instrument, this is my charting I'm looking at, taking care of. Yeah, I see something very clear here. Overnight, overnight last night, the dollar went a little bit higher right here, reversed and sold off. Looks like during the Asian session, maybe during the London session, they pumped it here. Consolidation here, distribution. Look at that red candle. So bearish stop hunt. Almost like a bearish pin bar. Yeah, what an interesting fake out. So I'm leaning more bearish bias. Consolidation, look for stop hunts. This was a bearish stop hunt. Big wick on the top. What happened was a lot of price action ran up, broke these highs here, filled to continue higher. So people that were buying there, they were on the wrong side. Yeah, so interesting. Anybody that had their stops up there that were short might have got knocked out, taken out. New buyers were on the wrong side. Now we're looking at the momentum likely continue going lower. Let's label the overnight low. First, I want to see here, nothing over there to really be concerned about. Look, this 15-minute candle, we just broke. Remember, it was a yellow candle a few seconds ago? It just broke the low of that red candle again. The bears are defeating. This is a battle. The bears are defeating the bulls. The shorts have the favor. What's occurring here? Interesting. Again, economic news today at certain times. So things could change rapidly. Oops, I'm on the 15-minute and I did this wrong. There we go. Look, if I was short already, I would have been having gains. Nice. So one can be used this as a target on the downside. Even close it before it gets down there if you start seeing action. But again, I would be managing this on the lower time frame after I have this higher setup. Let's take it to the 5-minute. There we are on the 5-minute. Move this. Move this. These are not valid anymore. So this was the high right before the after the London session. This was the low, the overnight. With that, we just broke it. So potential reversal here. Let's go look at the 15-minute. Again, about another 4 minutes to this candle's done because on the 15-minute chart, strong bearish body. Let's go. Here, there's only so much information to use when things are moving in this trend. One want to take it to the higher time frame. Looking at the hour. Now, this won't be done till 9 a.m. So, but looking at here, key levels right here, swing low, and take into the, excuse me, the 4-hour candle. This would be done at 9 a.m. See, big consolidation here. Potential areas on the top and bottom. Let's take back to the 5-minute. Also, I'll label this one. And now I want to zoom in here, see if I see something significant that stands out. If it does, I'll show you. So look, 5-minute candle, this big red one just got done. And this new 5-minute candle starting to form a bullish pin bar. So some buyers are stepping in here now. They might be on the wrong side because again, the momentum has been bearish since overnight. So maybe we get a little pop and then a continuation. But some people, traders that are buying here, they're speculating it's going to go higher. They might be just making 1 or 2, 3 points, or they might try to take a massive trend on the higher time frame. Yep. That's the 1-minute chart. Okay. Thank you as always, spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.